What up everybody, it's your boy Gaming Forte, back at it with another video. So, I was looking over a couple of videos and I came across one from Randall Thor 19, you all know the man with the million, and he did an excellent video talking about how Microsoft needed to stop comparing the Xbox One X to high-end PCs. And so I started thinking about how can I actually talk about this subject without just regurgitating the same thing that he said, because I honestly feel the exact same way about it. I feel like Microsoft is doing themselves a disservice by just pigeonholing themselves to actually saying that, well, we don't really compete with PlayStation, we compete with high-end PCs. And that should be farthest from the truth, because I found an article going back to 2015 where Shuhei Yoshida came out and was talking about when they were making remasters and why they found them very beneficial for the platform is because they said of the 20 million systems they sold, 40% of those systems who had owners actually never owned a PlayStation 3. So it was honestly a really good strategy for Sony to go out and remaster some of these games like God of War 3 and Last of Us, and it really was beneficial to the platform overall. It gave them more games to play and it introduced a whole nother generation of gamers that never probably had a PlayStation 3 or just were Xbox players or just grew up and just never had none of the newer consoles to the type of games that PlayStation had. And when you think about how that statement was actually crafted by Shuhei back then in 2015 and you kind of translate it to what it means now, that was a very powerful statement that Sony made back in 2015, because now Microsoft is in the game of trying to basically distance themselves from PlayStation because they already know they lost a generation. There's nothing that they can feasibly do to make this system have a dramatic comeback to make up as much ground as they have. The Xbox One X isn't designed to like flip the generation on its head. The Xbox One X is designed to basically just bring the better version of games to the Xbox platform, and that is something that they are doing a really good job in doing. They have different people talking about the system and all the different things that it can do. They have Digital Foundry out there actually championing the fact that some of these multiplats that they've been testing on the system are coming out to be way better and even more impressive than they actually originally thought they would be. So Microsoft is winning that part of it, but then they're just doing themselves a huge disservice by trying to compare themselves to something that they can never be, which is a high-end PC. I would love for there to be a $800 to $900 to $1,000 Xbox out there, because I feel like you don't know what people are willing to pay until you are willing to put that product out there. And I was super excited to hear that Project Scorpio was something that they was working on, and I was hoping that they would go as far as they could with the system. They were talking about premium. If they would have said $800 for the system, $900 for the system, it wouldn't have sold well, but it would have sold well to the people that wanted that experience. And the people that don't have the time to bunker down and get a PC and build it from scratch, which would probably be the more feasible thing to do, because you can never outdo a high-end PC. No matter what most people think, PC will always be the best option when it comes to gaming at the highest fidelity. Nothing will ever surpass that. But Microsoft is fighting a losing battle by always comparing its new system to that of a high-end PC. One thing that Randall Thor was saying is they really don't give any type of threshold on how much a high-end PC is considered when it comes to the Xbox One X. Now, I've seen a bunch of teardown videos where people compare all the parts to the Xbox One X to like what it would be a minimum price for a PC to run that, which is anywhere from $900 to $1,500, which is probably a good indicator of where the system sits at. But it still doesn't change the fact that once I spend that $900 or once I spend that $1,500, I can incrementally upgrade that system over the course of time. If I want 5 years from now to change out that graphics card, I can and get a huge performance boost off the system. If I wanted to change out the CPU, huge performance boost to the system, I can do that because it is all interchangeable when it comes to a PC. Xbox One is a closed system. Once you buy it, you have to wait for Microsoft to bring out the next iteration for you to get a power boost, and that is the one advantage that a PC has. So they just shouldn't be comparing themselves to that, because within a year, if not already, this system is going to be obsolete when it comes to the PC side of it. Microsoft needs to go out and target anybody that has a PlayStation 4 Pro or just a PlayStation in general and get those people to want to come back over to the Xbox. Because like Shuhei said in 2015, 8 million people never owned a PS3. Where do you think those people came from? Maybe not all of them came from Microsoft, but a good chunk of those people came from the Xbox 360 and went over to the PS4 just just because they didn't like what was going on with Microsoft at the time of the systems being developed and coming out. So Microsoft has a huge opportunity and a big buffer right there just to engage with that player base to get as many people to come over. And like Rand said in his video, a lot of people may not be as tied to their PlayStation accounts as some people may think. There are some people out there that will literally jump ship, or they'll just own both systems and they'll keep their PlayStation 4 system just for the exclusives, and they'll play all the multiplats on the Xbox One X, which Microsoft is doing a really good job in promoting, and that's one thing that you cannot take away from them. But I just want them to reel in the comparisons to the high-end PC, because they can never be a high-end PC. Right now it may be one, but what will it be a year from now? Will it be 2 years from now? These same articles are going to always exist in time as Xbox One X compared to a high-end PC. 2 years from now, that won't be the case. So guys, what do you think? Do you think that Microsoft is basically just shooting herself in the foot by always trying to compare themselves to their PC counterpart? Or do you really think that Microsoft should go after the really big elephant in the room and just talk about how they lost so many players to the PlayStation brand, and they need to fight that battle? They need to compare their Xbox One X to their PlayStation 4 Pro. And honestly, that comparison is completely one-sided, because we all know the PlayStation 4 Pro cannot live up to what the Xbox One X has, especially when it comes to the power side of it. And if they can change the narrative on how every game that's going to be available on both platforms will be playable better on the Xbox One X, that is one step closer to them achieving their ultimate goal, and that's turning the fortunes of the Xbox One platform around. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Thanks for subbing to the channel. Like this video if you like the content. Turn on those notifications. Gonna let you know the next time my video goes live. It's your boy Gaming Forte, and you guys have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.